Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
There we go.
Awesome.
Hello, everybody out there. Welcome, everyone watching. It's great to see everyone from TwitchCon and everyone watching at Games Done Quick Express. It's a lot of fun to be up on the stage again to get to show you guys this game. This game gets a bad rap, but I'll tell you, Zelda 2 is quite possibly the most underappreciated and one of the better speedruns in the entire franchise. We're really excited to show off a little bit of this game. Actually, we're going to be showing all of the game
Absolutely.
today. 100% all keys. It's the most popular category in the speedrun. My name's James. I go by JSR, and I get to race my good friend iceblue. Ice, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. Couch, how are y'all feeling?
Feeling pretty good.
Pretty good? Sounds good. So, 100% in this game, it's defined by collecting all the heart containers, all the magic containers. We have to collect all the spells, and then the extra portion of this category, we have to collect 32 keys in this game. There are 32 keys, including all the boss drops, and our goal is to collect all of them, plus everything else.
So you're going to get to see the entire Zelda 2 experience today. It's going to be great. We get to show off some really cool strats like Eco Key.
Eco Key,
and of course, Fairy Claws.
Fairy Claws, yep.
And nobody dies to Helmet Head.
Yep. Nobody. Wait, Helmet Head. You've died to him before?
Never. Nobody dies to Helmet Head. Crispy, how you doing?
Doing good. How about
Supersonic, it's good to see you.
Good to see you, bud.
I think we are just about ready, but I believe
We have incentive donations for file names.
We sure do. You want the top two?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, we have dethroned Lonk this time, so the first place one is just capital L as many times as you can have it.
absolutely.
Just la. And then number 2, pushed up by this $50 donation from Bag of Stew is Pepsi Man.
Oh,
Pepsi Man. Oh, yeah.
I do have a Pepsi in my backpack. Is that on brand?
Definitely on brand.
All right, I'm ready to go. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Couch, you ready?
Yep.
So, TwitchCon, you ready? All right.
So timing starts when we gain control of Link. So we're going to press start, or we're going to count down and press start at the same time. And then when we gain control of Link, that is when time starts.
All right, you ready?
Ready.
Let's do it. In 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm a little behind.
There you go.
There you go. Thank you. That might mess up your encounters, actually.
That's okay. So we're headed to a cave here. This cave is notorious in Zelda 2. It's called Magic Cave. We have to get a magic container. It is required in this category. And if everything goes well here, we're going to get a 50-point P-bag, which is part of the manipulation that we need in order to get attack 4, hopefully. So 1 out of 8 chance. Normally, I did not get it, and Ice got the P-bag. So, Ice, you're in good shape.
No, because I missed the bag.
Oh, no.
So I lost some frames there, so my encounters are not going to be what I'm expecting here. So we did get a back spawn, which is really nice. All the encounters in this game are global, so we don't have any idea if we're going to get forward spawns, back spawns, side spawns, whatever. Typically what we do here is we actually skip Shield Town. Normally in a casual playthrough, you're going to go to Shield Town, or I call it the towns by names. And you have to get the shield spell. We're gonna skip that for now because that's actually gonna set up a walk later in the game that skips encounters. And it makes a walk pretty good.
Nice. Got bubble skip. GG.
So a lot of this run is actually manipulating encounters here to walk in a very particular way that we want them to walk. And because every time you take an encounter, it actually loses about 6 to 6.5 seconds.
Our first heart container that we have to get, and we are going to be getting all the heart containers, all the magic containers, and a slight lead for Ice coming out of that area because I did have to take that forced encounter. And these forced encounters, we can skip them in a lot of the areas in the game. And definitely some more we'll have to mention in a bit as we're heading towards P1, the first of 6 palaces we have to beat in order to gain access to the final area.
We call this Parappa Palace, or Parappa the Palace, if you may.
Parappa the Rapper?
Just kick, punch, it's
palace.
all in the mind.
I mean, if you want to test me, I'm sure you find.
But does anybody know the next line?
The things I teach you are sure to beat you.
Nevertheless, hopefully we get some P-bags in P1 because if we don't, we're going to have a little bit of a disadvantage. The next area of the game that is not, you're not supposed to go to Death Mountain next, but we're going to be going to Death Mountain after P1, and if all goes well, we will have attack 4. I'm at a disadvantage here, so I need to get two 50% P bags in order to leave with the proper attack. Nice beam wraps here, a little swag on iceBlue's side.
Nice.
I missed it. I missed it again.
So this game has an interesting way of how the screen moves. So you can actually wrap the beam around the screen.
There we go.
It doesn't save any time. It just looks really awesome when you nail those.
So these tin suits are quite annoying. A lot of casual players will do the stop and stab, which you would think is the intended way to fight, but it's quite slow. And these tin suits will not only take some of your health off, but they take 10 XP off. And again, we're very particular with how we want our XP to be in this point in the run. So even a single bot from a tin suit can mess up everything.
I took a hit from a bot, so I don't have beams.
My beams.
My beams. So I have to do a little bit of a different strat here because I don't have beams. It doesn't lose too much time. It's like maybe a half a second.
I'm gonna go for a very tough strat here. I missed the key.
So close.
You need those.
I think I need all the keys, actually.
Maybe.
Don't want to miss any of them.
I mean, it is 100%, 99% keys, maybe. I don't know. I forget.
Well, there is a really cool strat that a lot of folks might already know. With the fairy spell that we'll be getting later in the run, you can actually go through some of the doors. And a lot of the different categories in this game. This game has so many categories, by the way. They're one of the most diverse speedruns of all of the games I've ever learned.
I'm getting some very poor RNG on these bots. So, bots, the little blue blobs that you see, they're random. Doesn't matter what you do. You can do the screen 150,000 times. The bots will be different every single time. Because they roll RNG so frequently. Even just with them like sitting there just like wiggling, that's rolling RNG for them. So we just have to kind of play the game in their way.
Oof, that was close.
Yeah, I was like watching out for those bots, see if they do anything weird there.
All right, so we're gonna pick up the candle here. The candle turns our blue caves into orange caves. And that's about it.
Wait, we can actually see in this? I thought we were doing Dark
I
Death
thought it
Mountain.
was just a palette swap, honestly.
No, again, a lot of the other categories will actually skip the candle and do all of Death Mountain and all the other caves in the dark, which isn't as tough as you might think. Obviously, we know what's coming, but also a lot of the enemies in the dark, you can see their feet kind of on the ground. You can kind of see it. But fortunately for us, we get the candles, so we're going to be able to see all of that good stuff. So will you. I clipped into the block there. Did you see that?
I saw it.
Ooh, I got a bag.
Nice. So, and as long as Ice hasn't touched a tin suit, they will have attack 4. So they're going to have a major combat advantage. I got one. If I can get the other one, it's a 25% chance of this happening. I was going for a backup P bag there. So I have a 50-50 shot at also having attack 4. So this is bless RNG a bit. We're hoping for a little bit of good luck here.
All right, so I'm gonna do something here we call a Chewy skip. This enemy is named Chewy. We're gonna take a little step back and we're gonna just let him jump over us. It's a different bag routing, or like a 50-50 jar bag routing. So I get a different, drop system, later in Death Mountain. This is the first boss of Palace 1. This is Horsehead. He only knows how to walk forward or backwards. And I'm gonna play it a little safe here. His mace does a block and a half of damage here. And we kind of want to avoid that. And I missed the key there.
We're both out of P1.
That's pretty good.
You'll notice on JSR's side, he's a little bit under experienced. I'll have attack 4. He'll be doing attack 3 Death Mountain.
So probably, what, 20, 25
About 20.
seconds?
Yeah, it's about
of-
20-ish seconds.
It's mostly just a slight combat disadvantage, which we're both prepared for. It's just unfortunate that I'm going to lose a little bit of time. There's not much I can do.
Oh, I missed the beam. Beam rep. So yeah, it's not much. We know how many hits it takes to kill enemies on Death Mountain, so it'll make it a lot easier. We just have to be prepared for those.
Death Mountain is actually one of my favorite parts of the entire speedrun, not only because of all the different combat, which is really fun. This game has some of the most satisfying combat of any speedrun, especially on the NES. It's very diverse. You wouldn't expect it, but once you get adept at the game, it's quite good. But it's also because it's such a notorious area. Everyone remembers going to Death Mountain and get absolutely wrecked because the difficulty rise, it's so sharp.
It jumps up humongously.
Nice.
Now this is what we call Trophy Cave, which they're getting so that they can get jump once they get to Jump Town.
Yeah, so all the spells in this game, with the exception of Shield, require you to fulfill a prerequisite in order to get the spell. And there are routes that get the early trophy, which helps with the XP routing a little bit, but they didn't realize that the gorilla that stole their trophy is just right there in the cave. And it's Link's job to go over there and do it, because Link is a...
Oh, I didn't do that.
Oh, well, there's the time lost.
Oh.
We had to go say hi to Error real quick.
Yeah, I completely forgot. We had to go say hi. We agreed to go talk to Error, but I guess I'm forgetting Error.
That's like a
It's an
30-second
error.
time loss on your end.
Okay, I'll stab a couple of times here just to make up for it.
We get a little high five. And this, by the way, is a good chance if anybody has already, if we want to read some of the donations that we've had come in.
Absolutely. You've got a lot of love coming in from everybody. We've got $50 from Ori Sky. They say, hey, iceblue and JSR, best of luck on the race. Been looking forward to this for a while, and I'm sure you'll both do great. I had to get my donation in quick so I could choose the obviously correct player name for you both. P.S. Nobody dies to Helmet Head.
Thank you, Ori.
Thank you, Ori.
Everybody make some noise. We have a $500 donation.
Nice.
Julie Cat.
Julie Cat.
Julie Cat says, pro tip, take attack 9. It'll be fine. Don't whine. Let your keys shine. Ha ha, got him. Good luck, my friends. Thank you so much for that donation.
Thank you, Julie. So this is the jump cave, which does require the jump spell. It is possible to get through without jump. Unfortunately, jump is required later in the run. See, the game's just being mean now, just giving me all these little...
I mean, it
feedbacks.
is required. Oh God, I'm waiting here. Oh no.
It's gonna be trying to go for some specific movement to avoid those encounters, but unfortunately, the big encounter got him.
Yeah, Bagu Walk is pretty tough. This is a very difficult encounter skip. And I messed it up too.
It's okay. This is just, it means more marathon.
Exactly. More Zelda 2 is never a bad thing.
Yeah, each time we take an encounter like that, it's about 6.5 seconds. And if we take an encounter on the road, it's a 2-second. We go in there, we have to find that very hidden house. It is very hidden. It has got some super cryptic hints on how to locate Bagu. We don't even have to clear the text box, and hear Bagu talk. We just have to actually initiate the text box. And then suddenly we're like best friends with Bagu, and we can now cross the bridge in Saria.
Do you really know Bagu?
I do. His name is Bog, last name Yu.
Okay.
I mean, apparently Bagu has all the connections. He's the person you want to know in Hyrule.
He does. He has all the connections. He literally connects a bridge to the other side of this town.
Does he happen to have a sauce company?
Maybe.
That's his brother.
The Rasta of pasta.
Excellent.
So we have a small little mini quest here. Casually, when you talk to this NPC, she tells you that, oh no, I lost my mirror. And we need to go into the next house that has an open door, and we find her mirror under the table. Don't know how it got there, but there is a mirror under the table that we have to bring back to her, and then that's when she allows us to go and speak with her, I guess, grandfather, father? We don't know.
And fun fact that when you go and get that mirror, and we don't get to see it in the speed run, but it is the first and one of the only instances in the entire franchise where Link speaks. He says, I found a mirror under the table. So he actually speaks. It is true. Doesn't just say, hiya.
That is speaking.
It's speaking Link.
Yeah. Ha.
So here we go. We're gonna enter the house here to let this guy know that, you know, apparently we know Bagu, so he's gonna
Yeah.
create the bridge for us. To head into
Bagu
that house.
is like my best friend.
I think he's everybody's best friend.
Maybe.
Could be. I mean, I don't know Bagu really, so I guess he's not my best friend.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
All right, so Death Mountain. This is probably the hardest part of the speed run. You come here very underleveled, and it's a very, very long trek through multiple caves to get to the final cave, which has the hammer. And we need the hammer to access the next part of our route here, which brings us to Medicine Cave to get the fairy spell. And we're just going to be going through a slew of caves with really tough enemies. Try not to to die. Try not to lose our beams here. So I'm going to take a little save here.
Those keys were not playing friendly in there.
Oh, they never do. I didn't need that, unfortunate.
So while Ice is able to go through relatively quickly with attack 4, I have to be very careful with how I route everything here. Not only because I can't take magic 2 or life 3, which means I'm going to be a little bit weaker on defense, but also all of my fights are going to take a little bit longer. And I've got to rely on a little bit of RNG as well to get some of these P-bags back.
Yeah, so we see Ice here fighting the red Dyra. They actually read your directional inputs. So the way you fight him is by, while you're just jumping towards him, you just let go of the D-pad and get the stabs in there. And that way he won't be able to read like where your movement is going to be.
Yeah, you'll see us a little bit later in the run jumping over a couple of enemies, like a couple of moblins. If you basically jump at full speed and you just let go of the directional, like your D-pad, enemies won't follow you. They'll actually just stand in place. And you'll see that after we collect the hammer and go to another cave here.
Got the P-bag there, very nice. Yeah, Death Mountain's a pretty treacherous area, like especially with the Dyras, because they hit pretty hard. Especially being at a low life level, like this early in the game.
Let me try something here.
Nice, I needed that bad. That was really good.
Oh no, my beams.
My beams.
It's also a giant maze.
Oh my
so-
goodness. Louders. Louders the worst. I'm just gonna use this now.
Oh, Ragey Bot, why you doing this?
It's nice that they leave a magic jar for you there.
It's kind of nice. I mean, getting the jar isn't the worst thing in the world. So I'm going to take a little bit of a step back here as a safety, because unlike Ice, I have to hit this guy. Ooh, nope. Oh, okay. Finally, I have attack 4. Finally. Okay. Yo, I despawned the fire bat. What are they called?
Fire aches.
I despawned them. I've never seen that before.
Yep.
That's never happened before.
He said the thing.
Oh no. So if you saw me just a little bit ago, I kind of waited for the experience to kind of move up before I exited the screen before. So if you actually, kill an enemy and you exit the screen before the experience starts counting, it actually does not count as the enemy kill.
Oh.
Okay.
I was not watching that. That
do
was
that, please.
very, very.
Don't do that, please. So we have to wait for the experience to count up there in order for this red Dyra not to respawn.
Speaking of waiting for experience, I probably should have waited on that screen because that was about maybe 2 frames from a soft lock. So my run,
It is actually
hard
a
lock,
full
yeah.
console
Yeah.
hard lock.
so that was almost a moment.
You'd have been fine.
Just a 20-minute head start. No big deal.
Yeah, totally fine.
That being said, I have had some good luck here, and I am kind of in good shape. So
Me and my pet fire, but oh wait, what?
Yeah, every time we see that, that's, when Link is dropping, we just say, whee! Because, I don't know, it's a thing that Cheeseball does, and she was a.
Because it's fun.
Yeah,
That's why.
You have to wee.
Okay, I'm gonna try and get a jar here, hopefully. It is a 7 in 8 chance to get a jar from these. And we got it, because I needed it for my jump spell.
Whee!
Each time you see us falling like that, please chat and crowd go, wee!
The chat is saying we over and over again right now.
Yes, nice.
Excellent.
Here's a good instance of jumping over enemies and then letting go of the D-pad. As you can see, I was able to jump over those without taking any damage. And we have our good friend, Mr. Dyra with bubbles.
And that's an important screen not to lose any frames on because
I lost like 500. It's fine.
there's a strat that Ice is going to be going for here called Boulder Dash, and we want to try to take an encounter one tile left of that boulder that you see, and if properly done, they will be able to get a perfect walk through
Yep.
here.
So here, we're just gonna walk. We're going to spawn encounters in a very particular spot, and we're gonna be able to walk to Medicine Cave scot-free. So those 2 encounters that spawn there, nothing will spawn until we hit this boulder.
Well, I definitely lost some frames there.
It was like at least 5.
So I'm going to try a backup here.
So now Ice is going to be fighting the army of Dyras to get the medicine, which is required to get the fairy spell, which is coming up pretty shortly.
So I did not get the proper spawns here, so I'm going to be doing a backup called Cat's Tile. Cat's Tile is named after a speedrunner named Cats on Your Head. That is her name. And I got it. So that sets me up for the same walk. A little bit slower, but it is a nice backup to have.
I'm trying to see about getting some back spawns here on these fish heads. This game suffers from sprite limitation, so we want to get those fish heads on the screen firing fireballs, but we want them to come, from the, behind us. And what that'll do is that'll actually stop them from spawning after 2 of them, and it just gives us kind of like a free walk across that bridge. This is completely lucky here. We could get a back spawn like I just got. We call that Happy Birthday. So that's not a 2-second time loss.
I did that wrong. Oh. I'm gonna have to go to the Magic Lady.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
So you did notice a little bit earlier that Ice grabbed a 1-up doll, and there's a very limited number of those in the entire game.
It's limited merchandise.
Yeah. And here we go. JSR got his free 1-up doll.
So here we're going to be picking up the most broken technique in the game. It's the downstab. The downstab in this game, because most enemies just don't have proper iframes, if you can get them in like a link-sized like corridor, you can jump into their hitbox and just completely just mash down. And each one of those downstabs will hit, completely like obliterating enemies.
So while I catch up a bit and Ice is setting up for the next walk, this would be a good chance for some more donations.
Absolutely. You've got a lot of really fun donations coming in. And I did just, unfortunately, get a message from the Video Game Council. If you're at home watching Games Done Quick and you are playing either Super Mario Wonder or Spider-Man 2, you do have to pay the donation tax. So I'm really sorry for that, but that's just the rules. That's just what comes down from above. You did get a $25 donation from Captain Floofers that says, good luck and have fun to both of the runners. Kikoskajitters.
Thank you, Floof.
Thank you, Floof.
And we do have $25 from Howard Moon BG that says, exciting to be seeing this live. Hello out there in the crowd, Howard Moon BG. Hi.
Hello.
Thanks for being here. I do just want to point out, we have not even been live for 2 hours, and we've already raised $3,000 for Able Gamers. So thank you so much, everybody, for that. That is really amazing stuff.
It's really a privilege and an honor to be able to be on stage helping a great cause and to be able to get the chance to race them. We go back a long time, so to be able to do this game, hopefully do it justice. This is a game in a community that has done a lot for me personally, and it's a very popular speedrun, very hot right now. There's even a tournament that's about to get started, and I believe they even have a beginners tournament as well, so it's a very accessible speedrun with a great community behind it, and lots of folks, great tutorials that will help you learn it if you're interested in checking this out yourself.
I'll kind of let JSR go over this walk that we're doing here. I got some pretty bad RNG on it, unfortunately. We can actually sort of control this walk, but it also just depends on what our encounter spawns are. Unfortunately, I got a couple of fast walkers, which didn't give me enough time to get to those road tiles in the swamp here. So this is Palace 2. This palace is pretty famous for, you know, Tetris later on. And there's also a pretty scary jump about midway through it that a bot will just decide to jump off of, you know, the platform and just knock you directly into the lava.
All right, my turn. So basically what I really want here is a back spawn, and I got one. So if these bots are nice, I will take 0 encounters to this point, and now I have a chance at a perfect walk, which would be nice to help me catch up a bit. And I'm going for it, and they're being nice, and oh, you gotta be kidding me.
It's right at the entrance of the palace.
There's really not much you can do about it. It's that's the best possible. I mean, honestly, 1 swamp encounter to this palace is not so bad. I'm perfectly happy with that.
Yeah, that was really good.
And a little high five action.
That was the wall.
I was trying to high five you.
So you're saying ice is a wall?
Wow. So we're gonna take our levels here. We're gonna be aiming for 5, 2, 3 before we fight the boss of this palace, which is Helmet Head, which of course nobody in the history of Zelda 2
Never.
ever
Nobody.
died Helmet Head. Nobody.
Nobody?
As long as I get my XP up, I'm still pretty short. I've had a couple red jars.
You might have to not take magic too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take magic too. And hopefully the drops will be kind. But a big difference here is that Ice already has attack 5, so that Ice is gonna be able to skip a lot of these enemies. Whereas again, and this all comes down to why getting attack 4 out of P1 is so important. All these enemies that Ice gets to skip, I'm not gonna have that same luxury. I have to fight them all.
Oh no.
So I'm going to lose a little bit of time with each and every one of these enemies.
All right, so this is the famous room here. This bot is very famous for just diving directly into you as you're jumping.
Nice. Good job.
And it's either you panic cast fairy or you lose a life.
Now, fortunately, there's a jar coming up in the next room after the one that they're in now. So it is a good backup. It's always good to have fairy ready to go, just in case. You really just have to get that key, and then once you get that key, it doesn't really lose you as much time. That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted. Good.
Got a bag?
Yeah, I needed that bad.
Yeah. So I'm not looking for any more experience here. I am gonna take magic too, but I'm gonna have more than enough experience.
Oh, I'm waiting. I'm not doing it.
One piece of tech that we actually didn't go over here that you'll see here, there's a cool little piece of tech called fairy pushing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump and cast fairy, and this IK, or Iron Knuckle, is going to power walk backwards. I don't know how this Iron Knuckle does this. Like, if I do this, I'm falling. And we're just gonna push him.
He's just channeling his inner Thriller.
He's just moonwalking.
His inner Billie Jean.
This is our Tetris room. Very fun room. I've actually had it to where it just drops 6 blocks on the same tile in a row, and you just can't do anything about it. You have to either ferry over it or reset the room.
High five.
High five. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was
good.
not a nice MOA there.
I might be in the concussion protocol. I got hit in the head. I am now Lonk. Well, I'm Pepsi Man.
I'm LLLLLL.
So unlike Ice, who got to push these, I actually have to kill them. So another little time. Oh, good grief.
Oh no.
You'll also notice that they will be turning into a fairy to grab the items. That actually pretty much skips the stationary like celebration that Link usually does when he grabs an item, so it saves a couple seconds.
Okay, I've cleared concussion protocol. I'm good now.
That was pretty quick.
I got beaten, bloody, by blocks.
So another kill that's going to be different on my end. This Moa, which Ice was able to at least, I don't know if you got it, but
No, it hit me in.
I can't even kill him, so I have to dodge all this. But I did get a jar. Oof.
Your experience is fine.
Yeah, I think I'm fine.
I'm actually fishing for a red jar here so I can life up before I magic, but we'll see. Ooh, that was
Not a pretty pattern there with Chewie and the bot.
okay. So I believe, if I'm counting correctly, my next large enemy kill is a jar or a bag chance, which we're gonna actually skip this.
Oh, I got the despawn. That's my second despawn.
It's always nice to have those despawns, get them out of the way there.
No, it's this one. All right, I can't count apparently.
Counting is hard.
So we're gonna life up here, just because nobody dies to Helmet Head.
Ever.
Absolutely nobody.
Ooh, backing up on me, eh?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody dies to Helmet Head.
No. Please.
The key, the hardest boss in the game.
That is actually the true boss of this palace, is the key. So fun fact, if you menu here, it actually doesn't lose any time while that fanfare is playing. So we use that time to menu because we have to re-menu to act like, get our spells back to be able to use them.
Oh, thank you. So I need to get to 200 XP here to be good. So now I'm guaranteed to get out of here. I was a little concerned. If that had been a jar, my leveling would have been off and I would have been in big trouble for the rest of this run. So that's really nice.
It's good.
So once we get through Palace 3, I should be back on route, which is exactly what we want. And that's kind of just the difficulty of this run. It's, if you ever watch a,
Uh-oh. Nobody.
Nobody.
Oh no.
not nobody. I wasn't worried. I wasn't worried.
Good job, good job. All right, so you see we're actually back in the first town of the game, Rauru, or Shield Town.
If you ever watch runners who are doing PB attempts of this game, you'll notice they reset a lot. And it's not because that you couldn't just play it. It's just such a time loss to take attack 3.
Yeah, definitely on PB attempts, you want to be attack 4, leaving Palace 1.
I waited for that encounter and it got me as soon as I went for it.
So the reason that we do shield late here, it is actually technically slower by about, I believe, 4 seconds to get shield late, but it sets up a walk that I'm about to do here. We need to burn 1 tile, so I usually walk left out of town.
High five.
It sets up a bad walk, and I walked too soon. So I'm gonna take like 600 encounters here in this coming section.
Oh, while this is going on, I think this is a good time for some donations.
Absolutely. Well, we were talking about Bagu and the origin of their name earlier. We have $25 from Ori Sky. Says, I heard the runners talking about Bagu, and I just had to clarify something really important. His name, Bagu, actually derives from Bag U, short for Bag for You, because he just wants to give you one of those little experience bags, right? That's definitely where his name comes from, right?
I mean, 50% of the time it's a bag, so that means 0.
If it's 50-50, it means it's like the jar we're about to see in P3. It's a 50-50 shot, so you're gonna get it, right?
Yeah.
No, fun fact, Error and Bagu are actually just programming puns. They made it into the US version of the game, so it's kind of a neat little Easter egg.
Yeah, error that I completely forgot to visit, but we're gonna pretend that I did.
So I was able to get the right walk there, so
Nice.
I should make a little time up.
Yeah, I took an extra like 500 encounters. We're gonna pogo on that Stalfos' head.
You kind of notice that they went into the graveyard just to reset their encounter spawns, so that way they don't have to catch one during the graveyard section. Otherwise, there will be a
Yeah.
lot of Moas being spawned.
If we don't enter King's Tomb there, it actually will, the timer for an encounter will spawn there, and you'll take one, because when you get an encounter on a grave tile, they are like one tile away from Link.
Those were so many encounters on those tiles there.
Nice.
I should go for that jar.
It's always there for me. What are you talking about?
Wow. Can I get somebody to check his cart?
I did just buy this card.
It might be modded.
Now, one little boon of my unfortunate XP luck is that I do have to take Magic 2 and 3 here. So I'm going to wait and try to take Magic 2 a little bit later in order to keep my magic up. This is a sneaky, tough palace. A lot of this is relatively easy enemies, but again, we're going to want to use magic to speed up. And there's a couple difficult rooms in this palace that if you're just not judicious with your magic, you can easily die in P3. I've died a lot in P3. In
This
PvP
room
attempts.
especially.
Yeah.
This room is another one of those rooms where bots will just be like, hey, it's time for you to walk back. I'm going to have to take a level up here because I'm going to be using Fairy on the raft. And... oh, there we go. Missed the jackhammer a little bit. So the downstabbing that I just did on that blue iron knuckle, we call it a jackhammer, and we mostly use them on the blue iron knuckles, just because A, they're tough to fight, and B, we want them off our screen as soon as possible.
Yeah, the blue iron knuckles are really aggressive on their sword throws. They'll pretty much swing it like high and low.
High five.
Okay.
Don't proof call me.
Oh, I saw that.
Don't proof call
Over
me.
here calling my card a hack.
So we actually call that jar the never jar because 99.9% of the time it's an iron knuckle. I don't know how that iron knuckle got in there, but you know. And I just so happened to instead get a jar, which is really nice.
And now, after all this time, I'm finally back on route, and I got my EXP set up with ices.
It's pretty funny how Link can just grab items as a fairy. It just magically disintegrates or something like that.
Where does
I
he
mean,
put them?
when you have opposable thumbs,
Yeah. Yeah, that room that JSR is on is always scary, like either going forward or backwards.
All right, so it's always there, right, Ice?
yes,
Okay, we'll see.
except for yours.
How dare you?
No.
I told you. I told you it's always there. Just nobody tell Late-Bit. Shouts out to Late-Bit.
Yo, at late bit. Wait, what? All right, so this boss here is Rebonak. We're gonna actually stand in a very specific tile. And I'm gonna actually have to wait for him to come off screen.
Bye, horsey.
And we're just gonna pogo stick on his forehead, and that is Rebo.
And there is actually, it can be a little scary in a marathon setting because there is a chance that Rebo will go off the screen to the left. And if you go for the optimal kill, there is a slim chance you can kill them off screen. And if that happens, the key will not spawn and you will actually soft lock. And the only way out of that room would be using up A on controller 2, which is a hidden feature. As a kid, I always thought you had to die in order to save your game and move on. But turns out it's in the manual and everything. Zelda 1 and Metroid are also like that as well, I believe.
Yep. There's actually quite a few games. I don't know all of them off the top of my head, but quite a few of them actually have an up A feature.
Didn't Kid Icarus have one, or am I just
Yeah.
imagining it?
I believe so.
All right, so now JSR's could be approaching Rebonak. It's gonna stand on his tile here. Bye, horsey.
Nice.
Okay, that
Good
was
job.
really close.
Nice.
Oh, my hover horse.
Oh.
Always open the door with your tushy. It's important.
So you'll see a lot of the times where like it looks like I'm like stuttering when I walk into like encounters and stuff like that. I'm actually pause buffering, so I can get an idea of like reading the enemy move, like the encounter movement here. Ooh. All right, a fairy is fine. It's just 2 seconds. I can make it to this bridge, no problem. It's unfortunate. Usually that walk is really nice and generous, but we got an unfortunate fairy spawn.
So I don't know if you mentioned about the jump cast at the statue there.
I didn't, but I did do it.
So we both cast jump at that because in a moment we're going to be heading towards a town. That's why Ice is picking. I was going the wrong way. I just took a forced encounter.
Oh no.
Ice is heading towards this area to get this child who's been kidnapped by the Zalfos, and we need that in order to get the reflect spell, which is required. But also, we're going to be getting the upstab technique, and you're supposed to go the long way around and use the jump spell. But we get to use a really cool glitch called Fairy Claws. And doing the jump cast earlier sets that up so we can get a free magic refill, and it's perfectly timed. It's wonderful.
Ooh, I might have went too late here. So we wait at that spot there to get the encounter spawn. This entire walk here, oh, fairies. Oh no. It's called the Dazzle. Oh.
That was close.
So back up here is to actually stab 4 times on the screen. And what that's gonna do is it sets up a walk from the encounters. And we timed it out to be 4 stabs sets up what they call a homing encounter. So the encounters will actually trace Link and walk directly towards him. And that's what we want there because we want to despawn these 2 forced encounters there in order to save a bunch of time because those screens are about 12 seconds.
So for those watching at home, Ice is about to hold down on the D-pad and cast Fairy, and now he can go down the chimney like Santa Claus.
Apparently.
Oh no! Normally, I stank right. They got it this time.
There we go.
So yeah, casting Fairy there while holding down actually gives you the ability to sink into a chimney.
Nice dazzle and little pause buffer. We got it. Nice.
Nice.
I'm just gonna wing this. I don't know if I got it. I didn't want to take damage, and I did not.
Oh no,
Oh,
the random
gosh.
walk.
Nice.
There we go. He's got to do those 2 more times after the town.
So while I catch up a bit and Ice finishes up the Darunia walk, this is a good chance to catch up on any of those wonderful donations these folks have been sending us.
We do have plenty, and they are wonderful. We have $25 from Shady IMG that says, hi, Shady IMG here in the audience. Wanted to see this speedrun in person. Loved Zelda 2 when I was young. Hi, Shady, wherever you are. Hello.
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 And we have $25 from Threech. They say Helmosaurs can be really tough to kill.
Thank you. That's an inside joke from when we were running Link's Awakening a long time ago.
So it seems like there's a lot of things that are really unique about Zelda 2. A lot of enemies, a lot of abilities and stuff. Do you have any things that are your favorite that are Zelda 2 kind of exclusives?
Other than the actual execution of the combat and the way that this game feels, because it is obviously the only official side-scrollers, I won't get on my podium and talk about how I genuinely believe that the CDI Zelda games are
Those
good
games are amazing, and I will not be taking any questions. I don't want to hear it. You can high-five me after this run. I didn't stab. Nice.
But I think the whole setting of it is so unique. Just the different towns. I mean, there's no Kakariko Village. There's none of the staples of the Zelda franchise. You know, those staples that you expect. I think it just makes it a really cool. Oh no! Oh no! Of course, there's a lot of RNG in this game too. Ice is going for a backup here, and another fairy spawn.
Where are you? Oh, that didn't move fast enough.
Yeah, that's like one of the harder walks in the game, just trying to avoid all those encounters.
Yeah, forest encounters are pretty hard to move around. That's why we pause buffer a lot, so we can kind of like get an idea where they're spawning and how we can move to like avoid them.
Ice is heading into the maze area. There's So yeah, they get the required magic container there, and there's only one force encounter you have to take in the maze area. There's like multiple encounters.
Oh, come on. I had to slink at everything.
Oh, that just means more Zelda 2. It's fine.
It's always good to have more Zelda.
So I did a very specific walk there. I wanted to take those encounters on the grass tiles, so that allows me to, oh, my D-pad, take the encounters not on the forest tiles. Unfortunately, I messed up my input there, but the enemies spawn a little bit differently depending on the terrain that you're standing on when they spawn. If you're on the desert tiles, the grass tiles, or the swamp tiles, they will spawn further away from you. It gives you a little bit more time to dodge them. Whereas if you're on a forest grave or a Valley of Death tile, it's a little bit closer. It makes it much harder to slink it. Oh no.
I don't know why I did that, but enjoy stabbing me in the back.
I would never.
Not you. Is your name Red Iron Knuckle?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, he is wearing red.
Wow. Wow.
Top 10 anime betrayals.
I can't believe I'm here with you.
So P4 is pretty infamous for a lot of things here, and there will be a couple of death abuses they'll be taking to save a little bit of time. It also depends on like the life counts that they have too. But
I do have a very important question for Ice though. Have you been practicing your Karok fight?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Yeah, me too.
Okay. We'll see.
How dare you?
are you sure about that?
I will leave the IK alone. Thank you very much.
You didn't want to meet Billy?
No.
Who's Billy?
That guy that just fell in the lava.
Oh. Now I know.
So normally in a PV attempt, we take 3 death abuses in each one of these rooms, because walking back after those, like grabbing those keys, is about 5 seconds slower. So we want to take death abuses in all of those rooms, but for marathon safety, we're gonna only take 2. Which
The
means
jump always makes me nervous.
I can't ferry the flute here, so we're gonna pick it up.
Nice jackhammer though.
Oh, not the flute, I'm sorry, the boots. Well, you could play a shoe, right?
I mean, they kind of look the same if you think about it.
Have you ever played a shoe?
No.
JSR?
I have not played a shoe.
Oh, well, you're missing out.
So one of the things about this level that is, it's really easy to miss level if you're not paying attention. You do not want to take Magic 4 here, because there's no way you're going to get the XP you need in order to fix it. And if you do, like at this point, a miss level, it is a common mistake a lot of runners can make. And if you do, you're going to see a different type of level setup starting in P5, where we're going to be abusing a cool mechanic where if you let your XP roll over and then you place the gem, you can actually get 9,000 XP, which will allow us to really abuse the leveling system in this game.
Yeah, you
And
take attack 9.
I would never. Hashtag attack 9.
So taking attack 9 in this game is actually bad.
Why is that?
Because instead of getting attack 9, you actually get a 1-up instead. And
But don't you want that?
No. Why would I need more extra lives?
I'm not going to answer that question because we're sitting next to each other.
Wow. This is literally the biggest betrayal of my life.
By the way, I do want to cut in real quick and just say we have raised $12,000.
Let's go.
Oh.
Thank you so much for your generosity, everybody.
So yeah, back to the anime betrayal here.
So I'm doing a little bit of a scary strat. I'm not going to take that death abuse that Ice did. And if I don't get a jar drop, I won't be able to cast jump twice. And in the room that Ice will be in shortly, typically without jump, it's very, very difficult. There's a high probability of me dying, but if I do, it's not a big deal. I just die there instead and lose a little bit of extra time. But if I'm able to not die, I'll save a life, and I'll have that extra life in my pocket for later. So.
Wait, you have pockets?
Well, I mean, I don't even have pants, but. Oh no.
Also, those whiz robes are quite the.
Oh yes, please give me that. Yes. All right. So now that, never mind. Everything I just said, forget about it.
Yeah, I already forgot the minute you mentioned
First
it.
you betray me, now you're betraying chat
Never.
and the crowd.
No, never. I would never.
You hear this, folks? It's incredible.
Hey, I don't want to hear it. You didn't even visit error.
You know what? You're right. I wanted the advantage.
See? Top 10 anime betrayals. Anyways, so yeah, this screen that they're on right now is very, very difficult. And, oh, I just moved. So if you don't get the jar in that statue there, you pretty much have to take a death. Otherwise, you will not have enough magic to take reflect. And then you go fight the boss that we practice very hard for, and you have to die anyways.
Yeah, because the reflect spell at Magic 3 takes actually 5 bars of magic because it costs 64. And each one of those bars, counts for 16 magic or 16 health. And we need 5 of them to actually cast the spell. Or did I? Yeah. Oh no.
All right.
Stinky Stalfos.
Yeah, they're all stinky.
All right, so actually nice. I will happily take that one. So coming up here, we actually have the hardest boss in the Zelda franchise here. And what happened to you?
Oh, come on, that was at least a 10 out of 10 on that dive. Pepsi, man.
Hardest boss in the Zelda franchise here. We have Karok. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stand in this corner here, and we're gonna hold our shield out. And I'm gonna take some time to turn around, look at my couch. How are y'all doing? You all doing good? Nice, great. So, hello to the crowd as well. And we're going to take out Karok here. Frame perfect.
I don't know if you practiced or not, but somebody check his card. Somebody check their card. That definitely seemed a little sus how fast you killed that boss.
That was actually a very
That was
fight. I probably could have went and gotten like a drink and been fine.
So
now, oh, go ahead.
we're about to go to Palace 5, and Palace 5 has an immediate, really cool trick that Ice is going to be attempting here in just a moment, and I would love it if you would take over to tell. I have to concentrate. I'm about to fight Karok.
Okay. So the trick that we have coming up here, it's actually called Eco Key. And Eco Key, as you can obviously tell, Eco.
Oh, hi.
How's it going?
Hi, guys. Hi, crowd.
So
Oh, no.
Oh no. Typically in a casual playthrough, you have to cast the fairy spell.
Hey.
Nice. You have to cast the fairy spell oh, these are weird. You have to cast the fairy spell. I'm just gonna do that. And you have to go and pass the room, and then you have to come back and grab the key.
Hey, first
Nice.
try.
So what we do there is we actually time a specific walk. You can do like sword buffers. You can just stand there and time it. And we take a damage boost at the height of Link's jump there in order to get bunked up right on top of that and completely skip needing to cast fairy, exit the screen, come back. That saves about 12 seconds. And it also forces you to not need to farm either a jar or a level up here right before this next room, because we also need to use the jump spell coming up right after this room.
So yeah, nailing that is huge in a marathon. So it's why now the pressure's on me. I gotta make sure
I mean, it's called Freako Key. Come on.
We'll see about that. Here we go.
That was actually a really good block room.
Hey, let's go.
Let's go. That's actually a lot harder than it looks.
And a lot riskier too, because if you do miss it, like Ice was saying, the only other way you can get through that block room quickly is to, oh, that's not good.
Oh, you need that.
That's not good. Well, luckily, there's enough enemies in this palace. It shouldn't be a big deal.
I would probably kill an extra Mago just to be safe.
I didn't want to die there. I was like, nope, bail.
You didn't want a dolphin dive after the P-bag?
Not at all. I nailed the swag. I was like, I'm good. Let's just go. Get out of here before I ruin everything.
I do have a donation here about this. We've got $50 from Tetra Lee, who says, good luck, Ice Blue and JSR. It's great to see you both running Z2 on the big GDQ stage. Looking forward to seeing 2 free and easy eco keys in Palace 5.
Nice. Thank you, Tetra.
Not bad.
So, you remember, it's a little too late for me. JSR can do it.
What, Horsehead? Horsehead's the easiest boss in this palace.
Yeah, the refight.
There's Horsehead in here?
Yeah.
You didn't see him?
Yeah, it kind of goes quick. Horsehead's a bro here.
Oh, okay. Did he forgot his horse or something?
No, what do you mean?
He is the horse.
I mean, he could ride a horse too, can't he?
No.
I mean, he has a body of a
Horsehead on a horse?
Yeah.
That's just weird.
Sounds fine to me. I don't know. But apparently a Horsehead is here.
Yeah, he's right in a couple rooms here. So in the FDS version of this game, you will have a rematch against Horsehead. And everyone loves Horsehead, right?
Yeah.
So the rematch is like one of the parts we look forward to the most. And it's like almost a relaxing fight we get to see. That's not Horsehead. Wait a second, that's not Horsehead.
Wait, are we running the right version?
Dance game.
What happened to him?
Oh,
This is Horsehead
whoa,
disguise.
Whoa, buddy.
Yeah, that can happen.
Relax.
P5 can be scary. These Magos are absolute trolls and can appear.
I did not sign up for the Mago party.
I've actually had them appear off screen and fire at me when I wasn't looking. Oh, and I'm getting bad ones now too. Awesome.
Yeah, P5 is another one of those treacherous palaces, especially with those Magos spawning wherever they want to, and then their fire just kind of lingers a little bit even after they go away. So
I'm actually going to not ferry the item here.
Oh, I just lost a million years.
Literally.
Literally. So there's we call it the swag key, I guess. It doesn't save any time or lose any time.
Come on, it saves like 18 million years.
Well, then good luck. Because at that point, you'd just be a pile of dust. High five, by the way.
High five.
Lots of high fives in this run.
yeah, it's kind of nice to see the slight deviations of strats that both of them are doing. That Mago was not nice.
I haven't been able to jackhammer one yet. I'm actually in a little bit of XP issue, a little bit of trouble.
It's like right before the fight against Guma, which is the next boss here, you need to have at least...
Easy game.
Oh, there you go.
GG. I'll see you at the end of your run.
Okay. Well, it might be like 5 TwitchCons from now.
Yeah, so the fight against Guma, you want to have at least 799 XP after exiting the palace. That'll actually set you up to get the next magic and life level ups. And if you get it in a town, it actually had, I think it's 2 notes less than the regular jingle.
Each level up, I believe, is 2 seconds faster.
Yeah, so something like that.
So I need, what, 800? You need 800 to get out of here, right?
700.
700, okay. So I need to kill a few enemies.
Just like... Oh, I didn't break the block. You break the block, it's over.
I'll break the block after Horsehead, the rematch.
Okay.
See, Horsehead's just in disguise. He's popular, so he has to watch out, you know, all his adoring fans.
Okay, so one thing I want to note.
Okay, so I gotta
If
bounce
you
that.
don't play the jingle with the blocks there with up stabs, your run's invalid. It's really not. I'm joking.
No, they were actually serious.
All right, so coming up here, we're gonna have actually I'm being serious this time, I promise. The hardest, I say the hardest boss in the entire run. Because we are only at life 4 here, and Guma hits like an absolute truck, even with a shield spell.
You know what time it is?
Oof.
It's Vader time.
All right. Good backup.
Come on. I need to kill something. Okay, you know what? I'll get him on the way back.
Yeah, so
Gee.
you can see that, like, even with the shield spell on, I took an entire, like, almost 2 bars of, like, health there. Without shield, it does 3 1/4. It does a lot.
All right, so now Ice is gonna go for the heart container here. They will also set up Fairy as well to get the heart container faster and to exit right before the XP hits its maximum amount.
Yeah, typically if you're under 6,000 when you grab that heart container, you're for sure not gonna hard lock your game upon exiting that screen, because we want to take these level ups in this next town here, just because it's faster.
Yeah, I got a little bit of a time loss, and I got a little bit of a health issue going on now because I had to farm some XP.
We have
good
to
news.
also be careful here not to take attack 9. Sorry for anybody in my community that wants me to take attack 9. It's not happening. Because we need to have magic 6 and life 6 as per our experience routing here. If not, 844 is nice.
No, I wasn't worried.
Not even close. But yeah, 844 is just not ideal. We wouldn't be able to cast, the fairy spells in the town after this. And we wouldn't be able to, do our typical strats through the next few encounters.
Got time for a couple donations?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
go for it.
Cool. We've got $25 from Fat Cat, who says, downward stab is OP. And we have a $100 donation from THEKyleThomas. They say, way to go all. Thanks for everything, Bagu, and
Where am
shout
I
out to
going?
Error.
Oh no, I'm walking left. That's the wrong way.
Thank you so much for those donations, everybody.
Thank y'all very much.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so we're gonna actually talk to a town sign here, because I want to know what town this is. All right, Welk, good. All right, we're on the way. So we're gonna go down here. That's actually setting up an encounter spawn that we want here. Oh, he's a little too high. I'm going for it. So we try to set up an encounter there because there's an encounter that we want to skip here. Come see. Come here. No, I have presents.
What kind of presents?
No, all right, I'm just walking. I give up. You win, game. But yeah, we want to skip this encounter with that overworld encounter because this screen is, as you can see, a lot. We call those the Wilson fences, if you've ever, watched Home Improvement.
I don't think so, Tim.
Oh, okay. So we want to avoid that first one. We have to take these next two. But that first one takes too long.
So now it's my turn to try the same setup that you did. And I just got to make sure I'm in the right town. So it's supposed to be Welk, right?
Yeah, Welk.
I was in Well.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
I got a bad walk there. That's unfortunate. I'm going to be taking like 3 encounters here, which is very bad.
Ooh. I did the same thing you did.
Oh. And you were actually on a sand tile, too.
Yeah.
So that,
Easy.
this is probably like the only area you actually use fire.
We use it in the next palace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a really cool strat. You'll see I set up, as long as we don't have any magic issues, which P6 is notorious for having lots of issues.
Is
with
a magic issue.
But it's also the home of the most wonderful dragon in Zelda 2.
Yeah,
Our-
Volvagia.
No, it's our good friend Barba.
Oh.
Yeah, it's right here.
Barba is our best friend because Barba lives in Dalaba.
Was he gonna come out and say hi?
He might,
Oh,
as long as you're nice.
no, I'm gonna pound him in the face.
Wow. What a friend. You hear this? All right, chat. Can you spell the spell? I don't think y'all can spell the spell.
Do you spell the spell the way spell spelled?
Maybe.
Do you know how to spell Crispy?
I spell pretty well,
That is a very good spell.
but not the spell.
Supersonic, can you spell the spell for me, please?
Spell.
Okay, good. Crispy?
Spell.
See, you were so busy spelling the spell that
I'm
we
pulling the
spent
master
spell.
sword out the pedestal.
Ah, okay.
That's a good one. I give that one a 9.
I'll give it like a 9.8.
I'm looking at
Wow.
chat, and they are having a real problem spelling the spell.
Oh no. It's okay, chat. It's all right. Practice makes perfect. By the way, high five again.
High
I don't
five.
know. Literally on the door tile. All right, so new Kasuda, we have to use the spell to unlock the tower at the end of the run, or the end of the town. That has the any key in it, or the master key, or the skeleton key, or the key, because we use the spell to get the key.
Hey, Ice.
Hey, James.
I got the spell.
Spell, nice.
I need to know how to spell the spell.
Spell.
Oh. Well, that doesn't help me spell the spell. I'm going to spend a spell trying to spell the spell.
Well, that spells like a problem.
Oh. Come on. That was at least a good effort. You got at least the pose effort was there.
7.5.
Oh.
Wow.
I'll give it a
Your
7
run's
point-
over.
I'll give it a 7.8. There's
run's
too much
over.
back.
Too much back and not enough attack 9.
Never.
Also, JSR is on his way to get the last magic container.
The only Zelda 2 runner that takes attack 9 is my dog.
Oh, no.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Those that don't know, my Shiba Inu will be at a GDQ and will be the first dog in GDQ history. My dog will be speed running Gyromite, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited to be able to show that off for everyone.
I can tell y'all that PB, Peanut Butter, is the most lovable puppy ever. And you will enjoy that entire show.
All right, so here we are in P6, and although we have the any key, like we still got to unlock some doors.
We still have to collect these keys too.
That is true. There's like a few more keys that you'll have to grab from the bosses themselves. Oh, nice damage boost there.
So right here, this is a famous room here. We call this the Whiz Row Party Room because you're gonna find like 500 Whiz Robes on the way back, and it's a party.
With free Wi-Fi.
Nice. I got 0 encounters.
Yep, I got 2 back spawns on those as well. So good RNG so far with these encounters.
This is a pretty infamous room.
Why is that one infamous?
Well, apparently that takes you to Canada. There's like a hidden hole there in the ground.
So there was a Z2. Oh, good grief. Come on. I don't want Wi-Fi
Why not?
because I already have it.
Bye, horsey.
Back in 2015? 2015.
15 or 16. So yeah, we call that the Canada hole, because when the first 100% all keys tournament happened, every Canadian runner in the tournament fell in this pit that we're jumping over. So it got deemed the Canada hole, and it's a tradition. You're officially a Zelda 2 runner as long as you've fallen in it at least once.
I've never fallen in it.
Yeah, you have. I watched it at your house the other day.
How dare you? Put me on blast in front of everybody.
Call them out as I see it.
All right, so you're telling me you've never fallen in the Canadian?
I absolutely have
Okay.
not.
Liar.
I'll admit I did fall in there.
It's like dying to helmet hit. It just never happened.
So now we see Rebo on the JSR side here.
Yeah, we have to refight Rebanak twice in this palace, but we have attack 8 here. Oh, I didn't get it. You better get Ceiling Walk.
I'm going for it.
I mean, I did too. So keep your eyes on my screen real quick. Sorry to take it off of JSR. We have the coolest strat in the game here. This is the fairy room, the fire room that we were talking about. And there we go. We want to take out those raw heads because they're rude. And we use the fire spell there to take them out while moving, but we had some pretty unfortunate RNG from the little Mew there. Not to be confused with the Pokemon. Oh, I definitely blocked that. I disagree. I'd like a mulligan, please.
We're playing card games now?
Yes.
Cool.
TwitchCon, meet WizCon. This is the convention with free Wi-Fi everywhere. And the best cosplay.
Yeah, just put a blanket on your head, right?
That's a spooky ghost.
Do I have time for a donation?
Yes.
Yeah, go for it.
We just had a $100 donation from the Cheeseball 81.
Hey.
They say, wee!
Just in time, too.
They go on to say, hey, JSR and iceblue, just wanted to say good luck during the race. It's great to see you and that enrollment is now open for Derpy Barba Life Insurance. You will already have Part A and Part B, but remember, adding Part C covers all Dalaba baths.
But the lava is warm and cozy, and I have achy bones.
Well, the insurance is going to cover you for all of that. Just make sure you make your 3 monthly payments to Barba.
Well, I'm about to make a payment to Barbara right here in the form of a headache.
Hey, guys. My name's Barba. I come out to lava and say, roar!
There we go.
Not even close.
Still a good one cycle there.
Best boss in the game.
Best boss in the game, absolutely.
Yeah, here's Barba right here, by the way. Also, shout out to Cheeseball.
Yeah, thank you so much, Cheese, for that big donation. We appreciate that.
I also do want to point out that we did just open the incentive to upgrade Super Mario Bros. 3 to 100%.
Nice.
And like we said earlier, that is the #1 and the #3 runner running that later today. So if you want to see the 100%, we've got a $5,000 goal for that. So let's get donations in. When you're donating, get to the bottom and pick your incentives. Thank you so much.
I wanna apologize to my community because they've been egging me on to take Attack 9 during this race, and I'm sorry, I can't take Attack 9.
I mean, you are in the lead.
You don't understand Attack 9.
I definitely don't.
I'm blaming the error. It was the error that I should not have made.
Yes, the 5 seconds it would have taken.
No, it's compound. Mm-hmm. We won't talk about P1 at all.
What's P1?
Oh, so close.
I almost had the
Still
jackhammer.
good, though.
Yeah, it was a good fight.
Barba now goes back into the lava.
And he say bye.
And he say bye. Ooh, my head.
So now that they placed all 6 crystals in the palaces, they will be heading towards the Great Palace?
Great Palace.
I always get that mixed up.
What's so great about it?
It's more like Great Value Palace.
Aha.
Oh.
No Attack 9. We did it.
Oh.
We did it, chat. No
Oh
one
my
took
God,
Attack
those
9.
dodges.
That was a little scary there.
Oh. Are you serious?
So what Ice tried to go for there is for another force encounter skip. Okay, I got it that time. We just make that into a half-second encounter, really. All right, so
Oh, that's unfortunate.
yeah, Ice is currently in the Valley of Death, and there are 4 encounter skips that they need to go for. That's the first one.
I actually might just do this. I like my beam strats here.
So basically what you're trying to do here is you want to try to keep your magic high. We are going to be taking Magic 8 in Great Palace, but we have to do so in a very strategic way. Especially in PB attempts where we don't have all the extra lives. Oof, and I immediately get hit, so that's kind of rough. But if we can plan it out correctly, we'll be able to refill our
I will
health
not be
and
planning
everything.
it out correctly, unfortunately. I'm already at like 5,900.
Oof.
Oh my god.
That was scary. I wasn't worried.
Totally fine.
Scorpion Max. Okay, good.
I called him Matthew.
Max was very nice there. That Scorpion there is a distinguished member of the community named Scorpion Max. And that Scorpion is a jerk. Not to be affiliated with actual Scorpion Max from the community.
So I'm going to be doing a little bit of a different strat here. I'm using the spell. You guys remember the spell, right? The one we had the spell earlier, first spell? It allows us to turn the MOAs into bots. And the reason I'm doing that is a little bit safer and will allow me to just kind of focus on getting through these screens. Since I took a hit, I won't be able to do the beam strats.
I do want to point out, community chat, crowd behind us, get your cat jams out. We have the GP, Great Palace, best track in the game, and some spicy chickens.
Yeah, they throw fire at you.
They can be a little spicy at sometimes.
But the spicier the chicken.
Oh, Max, why you do this? Max was mean. Luckily, I have a few extra lives, so even if I end up taking a death, it's not that big of a deal.
I actually think I'm good on experience. I might be able to take the level up on the Crumble Bridge.
Ooh, that's okay.
Oh, no.
Not a big deal. I was going to end up probably having to take a death anyways.
Pepsi Man.
The beam strats are actually really cool in those
Yeah.
encounter sections.
You got time for another donation?
Absolutely.
Great. We've got $50 from Draco Banana. They don't have a comment, but I did want to read their donation to point out that we have so many amazing prizes. And during this Zelda run, I thought it was appropriate to talk about the 50-inch by 70-inch hand-knit Hylian crest blanket that when you donate $50, you get a chance to win. If you're here in person, it's kind of over here by our prize area. Take a look at it. It is gorgeous, and it is Zelda as heck.
All right, we will be seeing enemies that look like Iron Knuckles and they jump around. They are called Fokas. They are probably the most ridiculous enemies in the game because they throw swords at you.
Oh,
and-
no.
Oh.
It's okay. The death there is fine.
La, 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 la. It just gives us a chance to do that again. There's a lot of troll with those spicy chickens. They can, sometimes you could just walk right up to them and jump right over them and just move on. And other times they can absolutely wreck you. Even at life 6, everything in here hits like a truck.
That's probably one thing to mention as well. They will not have life 8 in this run. That is actually not a requirement for this category. The category all keys is basically collecting all the items in game and getting all the keys, which are, I think Ice mentioned there were 32 of them.
32 keys, yeah.
32 keys, yeah.
I got both of the quantum leaps, so you have big shoes to fill there.
I can't even hit the quantum leaps in practice.
Speaking of quantum leaps, I have a donation here.
Absolutely.
Go for it.
It's $50 from Murdoch. And they explain, for those who don't know, Attack 9 is a meme, an extra life, and you're stuck at Attack 8, and you waste 9,000 XP. Best of luck at the Great Palace. May Scott Bakula leap his way out of your runs.
Thus named why, this is exactly why we named that the quantum leap, is that you have to get past the Bakula, the Scott Bakula.
Yeah, so the blue Fokas there, we have Scott Bakula, and then the next one is Bakula's Revenge. So if you like Scott Bakula, there's a part 2. Fun fact, we don't like Scott Bakula.
Okay, my jar was there, so I think somebody hacked my console.
It was me, sorry. We have one final wee of the run, but first we're gonna squish this Megabot. Squish, squish. You may be wondering, hey, when are you gonna take this level up? Actually, we're gonna take it right here. Is exactly where we want this level up to be. Because we have the second to last boss of the game coming up right up here, the Thunderbird.
So here you see Ice casting Shield, Jump, and Reflect. What Reflect actually does here in this situation, it'll actually reduce Link's hitbox. So this will make the Thunderbird fight a lot more easier to handle, especially with all those fireballs that they throw.
Oh no. Back here. There we go.
There we go.
Nice.
There's that last key.
That is the 30-second key.
And it opens nothing.
It opens my heart.
And here we are with the final boss on Ice's side. This is going to be Dark Link.
This is Dark Stink.
Dark Stink, got it.
So
Time
we're gonna.
will be coming up shortly.
Yeah. So time is when we lose control of Link. So basically at the center of the screen. And this is why Dark Stink is Dark Stink. Even with the corner cheese.
One more Wii on my side. Wii! And then a
And
GG.
time.
Yo, GG. I had to make sure I didn't touch the bottom. I'm actually going to take a bath. I feel a little dirty after that run.
Pepsi Man.
Pepsi Man.
Right, this will actually be the final Wii.
Oh, yes, yes, you're right.
This is the final Wii.
And now it's my turn for a Thunderbird fight.
Oh, the panic doll.
Almost had the one cycle. I'll take that. 1.5 cycles.
Nice.
That was still a good fight. And then the final key for JSR, that opens, I guess, the key to his.
There's
heart.
going to be a door later on. You just don't see it. It's behind the purple drapes.
Oh, gotcha.
Yo, purple drapes.
And here we go.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dark Link. We do the same exact thing, stay in the corner.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, he's
He's getting feisty.
Okay, I'll take that.
Time.
Yo,
Awesome.
awesome, man. Thank you for doing this. Thank you guys for joining us for this.
Supersonic, Crispy, thank y'all for being here.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone at GDQ staff, for putting this together. Obviously, TwitchCon for allowing GDQ to be part of it. And for all of you folks watching, all you folks donating, you all are awesome. And you should give yourselves a round of applause for being awesome and for cheering us on through this. And we're glad we were able to show this off for everyone.
Absolutely.
So thank you very much. Make sure you stick around. There's some great stuff coming up. I'm really excited for that Mario run. The GDQ, they're doing the Ghosts and Goblins.
Yeah.
That's-
With percent shit, yep.
The grudge match. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Stick around, y'all. There's a lot coming your way.
Keep it going, make some noise for those awesome runners, JSR and iceblue. Thank you so much for that wonderful Zelda 2 run. We really appreciated adventuring with Link again. We had a $10 donation from It's a Secret to Everyone. Thank you so much for that donation. Thank you so much for your generosity. We're already over $12,000 here at GDQX. Live from TwitchCon in Las Vegas. We're gonna take a quick break. We will be right back. Here I am sneaking in under the break again. Hello. Hi, everybody here at GDQX. Good to see you. How we feeling? Feeling good? Yeah, good. I'm very proud of all the Wiis during that run. You all were fantastic. Thank you so much for your help. We do have a active bid war for our next run right now. The Pokemon Pearl, we have 3 different bid wars, and I'm really happy about the player and the rival. Currently in the lead, the player is Pepsi Man, and the rival is Coca-Cola. So keep bringing that in. I really want to see those win, so if you want to get a little padding so nobody snipes it out from under us, that would be great. We also have a bid war for the name of Chimchar, which is our starter. We don't have anything for that yet, so the field's open. If you want to try to get your name in there, or some other soft, maybe RC Cola, maybe a Sprite, maybe a Dr. Pepper, Crystal Pepsi maybe. A lot of really good options, soda related, for Chimchar, or anything you want. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Follow your heart. Oh, but to that end, we do have a $50 donation from Soft Drink Battles, who says, I want to see the epic battle between Pepsi Man and Coke Bro. Thank you so much for your donation to Able Gamers. That's really appreciated. We'll see who the rival and the player end up being for Pokemon Pearl. These donations are fantastic. They're so great to see coming in. We do have some awesome prizes coming up. One I wanted to talk about, since we're coming up on a Pokemon run, Happy Taco Studio donated a Pokemon Diorama bundle. It's a set of 3 dioramas featuring Blissey, Sudowoodo, and Hoppip. The figures are all official Pokemon figures, and the cards are all official Pokemon cards. It looks so cool. A $25 minimum donation enters you for a chance to win that. So get those donations in and get your chance to win some of these really amazing prizes. Welcome back to Games Done Quick Express here at TwitchCon live from the Las Vegas Convention Center. I'm THEKyleThomas. It has been a blast hanging out with you and hosting for you today. I'm going to step down here and we're going to take you over to learn about all the prizes we've talked about, all the prizes that you're able to enter for a chance to win today. So prize team, take it away.
Thank you so much, Kyle. And with all the wonderful prize talking you did during your shift, I'm not even sure we need to be here.
I know.
We could just leave, Court.
I was listening to Kyle just be like, you're right. The blanket is right here. Look at it.
No, we got that diorama bundle right here. We're good. But no, thank you so much. And thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in and donating. As always, I am Sent, and I am joined by the amazing Frozen Flygon. We're here to tell you about some of the prizes that you can win by donating. There are so many of them. You know, new day, new prizes. If you haven't gotten in a $50 donation yet today, you absolutely should, because that's going to get you entered into everything that you are about to win. And remember, Court, you don't have to specifically donate for any of these prizes. You just need to donate at least the minimum donation amount. So what else could they do with their donations while they're getting them in?
You could put your donation towards an incentive. We just opened up the Super Mario Bros. 3 category upgrade. We want to see more SMB3 from Mitch and the Hackster. Of course, they're incredible runners, a classic speedrun game. Let's get our donations in. Make sure you assign us that incentive. We got to make $5,000 in about 5-ish hours. So we need to get your donations in for the prizes and assign us that incentive. Let's get it.
We absolutely can do that. And yeah, you want more SMB3. You'll want more Mitch. You'll want more the Hackster. You want more speedruns. And of course, you'll want some amazing prizes. We've got a ton of them. Here from our friends over at Cute Monster Props, we've got a Pokemon Pearl run coming up real soon, right after this segment, actually. So how about a lovely little silicone Ditto? It's absolutely adorable. It's super wiggly and fun. And it is fully washable, so no matter what it gets into, you can just wash it right off and keep playing with it. Super cool. $10 minimum donation. Thank you so much, Cute Monster Props, for sending it out.
Absolutely. We have another $10 minimum donation Pokemon prize here. We've got this Shiny Mew plush keychain. It's got this cute little star, part of the keychain here. I love it. It matches its eyes. I love Mew. I love that they did the Shiny Mew here. The blue color is so vibrant. Blanco Crafts did a great job with this prize. Thank you so much for sending this out to us. $10 minimum donation for these Pokemon.
Absolutely adorable. And also for a $10 minimum donation, we have this acrylic blue rupee with stand from our friends over at Cute Monster Props. I mean, the rupee itself is just absolutely stunning. Like, come on, that looks like such a beautiful piece there. Comes with a nice little stand, so you can just put it on your desk, put it on your couch, put it on court. or put it wherever you would like.
Thank you so much.
$10 minimum
so generous
donation.
of you. I really appreciate that. Continue with we have a bunch of like blue themed prizes. I'll just keep that's how I'm tying this one together. We've got the fairy fountain candle from Retro Flame. First of all, I love all of Retro Flame's candles. This one is scented sea salt and orchid. It's one of my favorites because I love the floral scent that this one has. $5 minimum donation. Thank you so much, Retro Flame. Really appreciate it.
Well, sea salt, is that what that is? Oh, yeah, that is actually
It's like
quite nice.
the sea
Very
salt
floral.
ice cream from, it kind of ties into another video game.
Very flowery. Floral was a good word to describe it. So from our good friend Crow Party, we have this absolutely beautiful Rayquaza themed playmat here. You
Love
got
it.
the legendary Pokemon in all of its glory. Maybe gory, depending on what end of it you're on. This thing is not a Pokemon you want to mess with. Flying above the clouds there, $15 minimum donation. Thank you so much to Crow Party for sending it out to us. And also from our good friend, Mr. Enigma and his TikTok community, we have a fun little set here of Fall Guy amigurumis. You've even got the little crown, so
Oh
you
my
can decide
gosh,
which one
so
of them
cute.
is win. I'm on Team Green. Team Green
Okay.
has definitely
I
won the
respect that.
day, but it can be your choice for a $15 minimum donation. Thank you so much, Mr. Enigma, and the entire TikToking amigurumi community for sending us some cool stuff.
Absolutely, and thank you also to Fangamer for sending us this power mitt. We have here $10
That's a
minimum
functional
donation.
oven mitt.
Yeah. So here's the back of it. Like, I love prizes that showcase that are actually usable, but also show that you're huge gamer. I love it. It's fantastic. Thank you so much, Fangamer.
It's so cool. Now, here's one that I really love, also from Cute Monster Pops. We have this lovely glass spirit orb from The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, but it comes with this cool little light-up base, and when you put it on the light-up base, it glows. And it does have a flat bottom, so it can sit normally. There we go. We got it. My knee is in the way. I am really good at this, everyone. 10 years of presenting experience.
There we go. You can see the emblem in the middle here. I'll rotate it. You can, I don't even understand how that is made, and I love that it comes with the lights. You can really just display it and show it off for everyone.
No, absolutely fantastic. $20 minimum donation. But again, if you can get in a $50 minimum donation, you absolutely should, because it's going to get you entered into all of the stuff we have here. Stuff like this lovely set of Pokemon dioramas from Happy Taco Studio. So this is really cool. We are, of course, coming at you live from TwitchCon. I was down on the show floor and I was walking around the artist alley. I kept walking by this booth because it was just so cool. They were hand making these dioramas with official Pokemon figures and official cards.
Yeah, you have the Pokemon cards in the back that, for any trading card game players, that's fantastic. And then the detailing on this. My favorite is that Blissey is angry and throwing an egg at you.
I didn't notice that, actually.
Over, I was like, that is my favorite. And then she's so happy in the car, just like, I'm not doing anything. Don't worry about it.
The set of 3
These are amazing.
can be yours for a minimum donation of $25. But if you are here on site, you can go check out their booth. They have larger terrariums they're doing that are shaped like Pokeballs. And they're actually doing custom orders, live at TwitchCon.
Really?
So like you say, yeah, I'd love one with like a Charmander on like, some burned ground or whatever. They can make that happen.
Like a Flygon in the desert or something, or a Rayquaza.
There you go, frozen Flygon right there.
I would love that. I gotta go check it out.
You might have to stop
I think
by.
so.
Thank you so much to that team, though, for providing these for us. That was excellent. And also down there in the artist alley on the show floor, we got to talk to a really cool artist called Lanny Ho. And I'm going to hold the alien upside down because that is just on brand for me. We got a lovely print collection from Lanny. And it was another booth I just kept walking by. And I got to talk to him. And apparently, all of his prints are handmade wood-carved blocked prints.
Wow.
And he actually had some of the wood blocks that he used to print them on site to show off to people. These are super cool. It is such an incredible process. He's also a tattoo artist, so he had, like a whole book of tattoos he's done in the past. The line art's incredible. The bundle comes with 2 different amazing prints here of the alien and of Darth Vader, and with 2 wonderful shirts, including a very adorable Kirby
There's a Kirby shirt that I saw. I love it. It's so cute.
$25 could get you to win all of that. And again, if you're on site, you should absolutely go check it out. Some of those prints are amazing. He has a series of Pokemon-themed tarot card prints where like Cubone is temperance and it's, cry. It's so cool. You should absolutely check it out. Now, for a $50 minimum donation, Court, you can win our wonderful day prize here. This lovely Hylian crest blanket sent to us by Serenity Black. Again, it is 50 inches by 70 inches. It is a massive quilt. It is all hand knit. Just a one-of-a-kind.
It's pretty heavy, honestly. Like it's a very well-made blanket, very comfy. I've been wanting to just lay down on this couch with the blanket.
Some of the blankets we get are very decorative. They're very light. They're very, you could hang this up on a wall, or you could even use it as kind of like a rug. This is something you could sleep under.
Yes.
This will keep you warm at night. Not that we need it here in Vegas, but if you're in a colder climate, you might be interested. $50 minimum donation. And again, that's going to get you entered into everything we just talked about and more. And it's going to get you a third of the way towards our grand prize, which is, of course, a lovely Kingdom Hearts chainmail inlay sent to us by the Chain Nerd. Just an absolutely
Oh my gosh,
fantastic design.
Just look at that. The colors are incredible. Like we said yesterday, 17,000 individual chains to make this one-of-a-kind piece of artwork that you can't find anywhere else. The quality is just incredible.
You can't get it anywhere else. It truly is one of a kind. $150 cumulatively throughout the event will get you entered to that. So if you donated $50 yesterday, you donate $50 today to get a chance to win all of these amazing prizes. You donate $50 more tomorrow, you are there. But Court, that is about all the time we have to talk about prizes. But don't go anywhere because there are so many amazing speed runs coming up today. We got Pokemon Pearl, we got Wind Waker, we got Super Mario Brothers 3. We've got an action-packed day. You don't want to miss any of it, so stay tuned for Pokemon Pearl with Conception. It's gonna be great.
Hello, speedrun fans, and welcome back to Games Done Quick Express 2023, live at TwitchCon at the Las Vegas Convention Center. My name is Stump, and I'll be your host for this upcoming run of Pokemon Pearl. Just wanted to say before that, there are those naming incentives open, where this is your last chance to donate and possibly flip any of them. There's naming of the player, the rival, and the Chimchar. But we are ready for that run, so let's head on over to Conception with Pokemon Pearl, any % Manipulus. Good luck, and over to you.